Hello guys and welcome to the channel. This time, as promised, I jumped in the cockpit of this beautiful Beechcraft King Air 350 analog instrumentation. I really felt in love with this plane because this package brought by Black Square Simulations adds this beautiful layout, classic layout for the cockpit, and it brings about an immersion and a realism that, in my opinion, is second to no one in the flight simulator, Microsoft Flight Simulator panorama. And yes, this kind of plane, I like it since the beginning of my involvement in the passion for aviations. Since I was a child, I liked this model, this exactly this kind of airplane. And I repeat, the immersion that this cockpit layout gives to you is unbelievable, in my opinion. So I'm here for a short ride at Orlando International Airport, somewhere in general aviation parking. The weather is real world. It's rainy. There's a light rain, light drizzle, and I was waiting for the weather to get some better, but looks like it has to stay like this. So I will move on, and I will try to start this beautiful plane. And this package comes at a cost of only 35 euros, dollars, and you can find it in the Just Flight store, together with the Bonanza, together with the Caravan, together with the Baron, which are also available, and transform the already good model of Asobo to these classic versions of planes. Okay, so I'm on the external power, and the battery is on. I've turned on the cockpit lights, and so to start this plane, I will set the navigation and the beacon lights on. I will set the ignition to arm for both engines, and what else? I'll check to the levers. So the fuel levers, fuel are in the cutoff position. The propeller levers are feathered, and the power lever is idle. Okay, so we can start engine, left engine. So we go here, and I will click the left engine igniter. So I'm waiting for this. The RPM, turbine RPM, gets past 20, and then I'll add fuel, setting the lever to the low idle position. So the propeller is starting to rev, and as soon as the turbine RPM go past 60, I can turn off the ignition, Now I can turn the generator for the left engine. Okay, now to start engine, the right engines, I will set the fuel lever to high idle, and I'll do the same with the right engine. So ignition, %20 RPM, right low idle. RPM past 50, ignition off, and left engines can go back to low idle. So fuel lever will stay at low idle throughout the flight, throughout all the phases of the flight, because you only use the high idle position to only in very few situations when, for example, the plane is heavily loaded, to better taxi while on ground, or when, for example, when the runway is very short, so you got to engage the reverser, the beta, quick, and so you need the lever to be in high idle position, but else you can let the lever in the low idle, 19%, 99% of the cases. Okay, so let's switch generator on, and then we can shut down the external power, and we can connect the avionics, also master power comes on. This is one of the options that the package gives. You can have, for example, no GPS. You can have the GTN 750 if you have it installed in your PC. It's another pay add-on. I will stay with the default Garmin 530 by Azobo. It's been improved by the last updates from working title. Let's confirm this. Next thing to do, so auto feather has to be armed. You can set the taxi lights on. Pitot heat 1, 2, stall warning on. Can light the tail fluid, and eventually we have to turn the bleeder on. So let's have a look at the panel. Let's try to extinguish all the yellow lights. So oxygen not armed. This is the lever for the oxygen, and we have the electrical trim to set on, and the rudder booster. Then we have RVS not ready. This is the external power is blinking. I don't know why, since I have it on the off position. left ignition on, right ignition on, so we can set them off. We can keep on armed until takeoff, then we can switch them off. This is the air conditioned. It depends on the propeller. I think it will extinguish afterwards. And RVS not ready. It depends as well. It depends on the engine rotation. No fuel transfer. I don't remember. Okay. We have to turn on the inverter switches. I think these two go out when I turn off the ignition armed, so we are fine. Let's set flap to takeoff. Let's have our transponder on alt. We don't have a flight plan for this flights. I want to show you only the basic functions of this beautiful plane. This is the weather radar. It's working, and we can set it to on. Beautiful. Range down. It shows you the precipitation, and it's working. Okay, let's unfeather the propeller. 1 and 2. Taxi light on. Go. We can go. So remove the parking brakes. We can close this window. Better. Beautiful sounds. We can taxi to runway 36. I think it's named. I don't have any charts open. My bad. Anyway, we are not controlled by ATC. Performance-wise, this aircraft is perfect for me. It's very light. It's like a small GA plane. Let's have the ice protection for the propellers. And the wind looks like blowing to the correct direction for our takeoff runway. Yes, so let's go. Let's turn here on the left. Our initial altitude is 5,000 feet. Kinech this is 1017 European, so 3004 here in the US. I believe I can get this entrance. Let's set landing lights to on, strobe on. Our rain is getting heavier. Okay, no problem. I cannot read the here it is. It's runway 36 left here in Orlando. 36 left is okay. So the wind is it's got a bit of crosswind on the brakes. Okay, so to begin with, we can turn on the yaw damper, set our initial heading, which is a runway heading. Set. We can so set the heading mode pre-selected in the autopilot. There is something not working. Something I forgot, I think. Let's set not GPS navigation. Why don't I have the annunciator working here? Okay, let's have a vertical mode selected, so climb. Here it is. So with the vertical mode pre-selected, you have the annunciator telling you you have the flight director on, and the altitude is armed. The climb mode means that until 10,000 feet the plane will climb with the pre-selected speed, which is 160 knots until 10,000 feet, then 140 until 20,000 feet, and beyond it will go to 120. So climb. I want to set also the heading mode. Here it is, heading mode selected. Let's check the QNH. 3003. Okay, flap is set. Propeller lever maximum. Low idle. Trim is set it's in the range of for takeoff. Transponders on alt, so we are ready for takeoff. There is too much to check here. Anyway, should be okay. And we'll try to climb higher than the cloud layer. We hope the cloud, the top of the clouds, not to be too high. We can set. Okay, we will climb later. So, power set. We go to full torque. Whoa. Swobbling. 95% of torque. Red line. Blue line. Climbing. Gear up. And autopilot on. So you can see that it is climbing to maintain 160 knots. Maintaining runway heading. Oops, my stick was not synced with the propellers. No problem. And just short after the takeoff, we can decrease the propeller RPM to it is 16,000 or so. It should have been a full IFR flight. Anyway, the rains add a lot of immersion. Okay, we can retract the flaps. Should have retracted flaps earlier. So the rate of climb goes up. We can climb further. 16,000. Beautiful. It looks complex, but when you get the hang on it, it's like flying a normal GA plane. And to get the hang of it, you have to fly several hours with this, especially if your habit is to fly with the bigger liners, Airbus, so Boeing 737. You know, it is complex, but at the same time it is rewarding in terms of you know, satisfaction it gives when you successfully complete a flight with this plane. Okay, we are out of the clouds. We are out of the clouds. Wow, wow. Amazing. We are heading north. I think we can stop at maybe 12,000 feet. And we can also set the propeller sync to on. $10,000 check landing lights off, taxi lights off. So all the lights are extinguished. And the scene is absolutely beautiful. This kind of sky leaves me, kind of, speechless. Okay, 12,000. It levels. You have to pay attention with the torque, not to pass the 100% red line. This plane has got the failures active, so any pilot error will result in some failure or some anomaly to happen. So the speed is increasing. And the frame rates are perfectly fine. I've got this, where is it? This one are my for the VR owners, these are my settings on this is OpenXR toolkit. FPS locked at 40, which is perfect for the Oculus Rift S. Okay. Oh, no problem. Because the shortcut for this application are the same as the propeller axis. So exit menu. So you can see that the FPS at this at those FPS I have 50% CPU headroom and 31%, 34% or more GPU headroom. So it's perfectly fine, and because I have set the resolution to 1.4 times the standard pixel density, so it is already very, very high resolution. So it's very smooth. I can turn my head, no stuttering, no freezes, nothing. Very, very good, very nice. And it's because you don't have any big glass cockpits, instrumentation, which are very heavy to the system. remove this overlay. This goes to off. Okay. This menu. And this plane is also very fast, because our ground speed is, where is it? Here it is, 277 knots. But it can go faster. It can go faster because maybe we have some wind components. Because I saw it going to beyond 300, 310, 320 with a good wind. But I'm not at 100% torque. You see the movement of the needles is very realistic. And it's realistic also. The fuel needles, they are moving according to the how is it called, the level indicator, which can go up and down, so the needles is moving. Very realistic. But you can do a cross country with this plane. It's beautiful. Can have a look at the external view. If I can switch to the external view in VR, it works. Look how beautiful it is. Look at the rainbow. Amazing. Okay, that's all for the time being, my friends. I think it's enough for now. I may be willing to do a full flight with all the procedures, all the bells and whistles, from cold and dark to takeoff, cruising, landing. Today I've not time to do, and I think it's enough. I think it's enough, and I hope you enjoy this video. Give me a like if you did, and nothing. See you next time to the next video, and have a good day. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.